Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and this is gonna be a fun video. For a number of reasons, my favorite of which is the fact that an XRP YouTuber just bought Ripple. Not XRP, no. He bought Ripple, the company. And he did that using XRP, which is hilarious to me. So I want to talk about that. And before doing so, he actually asked a couple attorneys within the XRP community about it, including attorney John Deaton, who of course is the attorney seeking to intervene in the SEC versus Ripple case on behalf of roughly 19,000 XRP holders, and also attorney Jeremy Hogan, who runs the very well-known YouTube channel Legal Briefs. I have a couple comments also on a separate story. This is the headlines on your screen here from Cointelegraph. This is titled, "All Binance Users Are Now Subject to Immediate KYC Verification." That stands for Know Your Customer Verification. And so this is an add-on to a story that I covered at least once or twice within the last couple of weeks. So I just got a couple comments on that. And then there's this from the Daily Hodl. Man says he accidentally deleted keys to 20 Bitcoin worth nearly $900,000. Ooh, you're going to be having a bad time when that happens. So plenty to talk about, but before I go further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? I'm just a simple little Moon Lambo doing Moon Lambo things all up on the internet, making YouTube videos, but it's purely a for fun hobby. That's it. I am not a guru, damn it. And so here's a tweet from James Rulexrp, the XRP YouTuber in question. And by the way, you can follow him on YouTube. Just type in James Rulexrp, no spaces. He'll pop right on up. And so he tweeted out the following. Hashtag XRP community. If I paid for Ripple on LinkTo, by the way, that's the platform where you can buy Ripple, the company. For those of you that don't know, I mean, I guess you now know at this point, yes, you can buy Ripple, the company, but in order to purchase Ripple, the company, you have to meet a very high bar and be known as an accredited investor. You have to prove that you're very sophisticated. Yes, the finer things in life. And so I'm actually going to share with you in a moment, too, what the requirements are, because for most people, it just ain't going to happen. But the government, they have these rules in place to protect you from yourself because you're too stupid to know where you should put your money. That's the stance that they take. But anyway, there's LinkTo. This is a platform where you can purchase the stuff if you're an accredited investor. And so he wrote, if I paid for Ripple on LinkTo with XRP from Uphold, could XRP be a security? And then he tagged SEC Chair Gary Gensler, as well as the SEC Twitter account, and also a few attorneys within the XRP community, as I mentioned at the outset here. Two of them responded, John Deaton and also Jeremy Hogan. And so here you go. James Roll is asking, can I go ahead and buy Ripple with my XRP, which sounds like a weird thing to say. And I'm so used to say, like, when you see somebody say, I just bought Ripple, I'm so used to correcting that, but that's what happened here. Like, so I have to fight my own habits here. Like, no, that's not you mean XRP. No, he means he bought Ripple. And so John Deaton responded to that on Twitter, and he wrote, I'm pretty sure that you can't use a security to buy security, James. And so obviously he's being a little facetious here, right? Because clearly XRP is not a security, so having a little bit of fun with this. And then Jeremy Hogan responded to that. Attorney Jeremy Hogan, he wrote, this is hilarious to me, I love this response. If James used XRP to buy shares of Ripple, the ensuing logical void would create a black hole in our universe, sucking the SEC into an alternate reality, which, by the way, is verifiably true. Gotta love this stuff here. And so that was the tweet from yesterday from James Rule, and he down bought some Ripple. Here's a tweet from today. This is just this morning, right? Yeah, 11:06 a.m. Today is August 20th. And he tweeted out the following. Hashtag XRP community. The road less traveled. I purchased Ripple on LinkTo with XRP from Uphold. Isn't it ironic? And then he tagged the SEC again along with Gary Gensler. And here you can see he shared a screen grab. And so this purchase was from yesterday, August 19th, and it shows that the total sale was $10,000. So he bought $10,000 worth of Ripple. Feels weird rolling off my tongue. I'm like I want to use my fingernails to scrape it off. But this is what happens, right? You know? Just because I'm so used to saying XRP, that's all I mean by that. Because XRP is normally the right thing to say. But in this case, again, $10,000 worth of that. And then he shared this tweet also. This is at 12:52 p.m. today. XRP community. Since we are buying securities with XRP, the currency, via Uphold, I just kicked it up a notch. This is how, people. Then he tags, or he links to LinkTo, which is hilarious to me. So you buy a security because XRP is a security, right? That's what the SEC says, because they're a bunch of asshats. So XRP is a security, they say. You purchase that security, and then you buy another security with it, Ripple. What in the ever-loving hell? What in the ever-loving hell? And so there's another screen grab here, and so this one is a different dollar amount. So I think he bought another little over $10,000 worth of Ripple. So unless I'm misunderstanding something between these two tweets, it looks like he now owns over $20,000 worth of Ripple, the company. So good for you, Dave. And I love this because this is like, I'll tell you what, just like doing something in real life to like this to illustrate the absurdity of what's actually going on. It is pure gold. So I hope everybody else listening got just as big a kick out of this as I did, because it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a riot. And here's the official LinkTo website, and this is like the sign up page, and I just want to share with you part of what they state here. Please confirm your status as an accredited investor. To sign up for LinkTo membership online, you must be an accredited investor. If you meet the criteria for one or more of the categories below, you are considered to be accredited. And so, look, nothing against LinkTo. I've never used their platform, and James has, and he seems to be very happy with them. So all indications are they're a fine platform. But I gotta tell you, like, I have always been disturbed by the government telling me that I'm too stupid to purchase something that I want to purchase, that in an open market I should be able to purchase. I don't like, my attitude is just, hey, how about some personal responsibility here? You know, but apparently they think if you have enough money, effectively, that you're not stupid anymore. Like, is that how the world works? And so check this out. Here's the requirements. And this is because of the federal government. This is not because of LinkTo. So again, super clear. Nothing against them whatsoever. Only heard good things about their platform. Haven't used them, but only heard good things. So here's criteria. Individual with a net worth, either individually or with my spouse, if any. And the reason it says "and my" is because you have to check these boxes as if it's you doing it. So, if any, and all property and other assets, excluding my primary residence, that exceeds $1 million, including investments. So right there, already almost no humans on the planet are going to qualify. Next. Individual with an annual income that was at least $200,000 in each of the 2 most recent years, and I expect such income in the current year. So again, that also rules out the vast majority of humans that exist. Here's another one. Individual with an annual income jointly with my spouse of at least $300,000 in each of the 2 most recent years, and I expect such income in the current year. Next. An entity, e.g. corporation, partnership, limited liability company, trust, etc., in which all of the equity owners are accredited investors. Next, individual holding a Series 65, 7, or 82 license. And then the final one is, I am a non-U.S. investor and qualify as the equivalent of an accredited investor in my country. And so indeed, if you meet any of those qualifications, if you so choose, you can purchase Ripple, the company, on secondary markets. And there we are. I hope that the fact that James Rule did this like somehow ends up being discussed in court just to illustrate the absurdity of all this. But yeah, so Judge, there's an individual out there who bought a security with a security. Yes, indeed, he purchased XRP, the security, and then purchased Ripple, the security, and Ripple, the company. Of course, that is an actual security, but whatever. So it really grinds my gears, folks, when I think about it sometimes. All right, next topic from Cointelegraph. All Binance users are now subject to immediate KYC verification. What, just now in 2021? It's a calendar year 2021, isn't it? Is that correct? And just now? Okay. Binance has been in the regulatory crosshairs of jurisdictions across the globe amid claims of it operating unlicensed businesses. As remediation of the ongoing scrutiny, the crypto exchange has publicly announced new Know Your Customer, KYC, requirements for all users on the platform. Here's a quote. Effective immediately, all new users are required to complete intermediate verification to access Binance products and service offerings, including cryptocurrency deposits, trades, and withdrawals. So I gotta pause here. Like, I understand that the early Bitcoiners have serious problems with stuff like this. I understand that. But if you're a business, Binance, and in this case, we're talking about the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet by volume, at least, how is this not done? Did you? And so, look, I've seen comments from CZ, who is the founder and CEO, and he's noted that they're switching from being reactive to proactive in terms of regulatory, the way they're handling regulatory concerns. So before it's like, oh, we're just going to do what we want. That's the way I read it, right? He said going from reactive to proactive. So just sitting around waiting until problems arise and then reacting to them instead of staying ahead of this, being proactive, which could prevent some of this nonsense. I've been a fan of Binance, and it's not like I hate them all of a sudden, but damn. Like, this does not instill confidence. Like, I use Binance US, and it's all under the same umbrella, is my understanding here. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I look at this, I look at how two CEOs have left Binance US in less than half a year. And I'm just sitting here like, what in the ever-loving hell is going on? Because I've been hoping to utilize Binance US as part of my exit strategy, and this does not make me feel confident. So I'm open to any perspective on this. Maybe there's something that I haven't considered. But the optics of this certainly are not good. And if you've been following crypto media, like like everybody's been talking about this. Like, the hammer's been coming down on Binance. They've been getting shut down in all sorts of countries, all sorts of restrictions. It's not been a good time for them. There we are, though. All right, into the last story from the Daily Hodl. Man says he accidentally deleted keys to 20 Bitcoin worth nearly $900,000. You hate to see it. Yeah, this is something you don't want to do. A South African man who mined 20 Bitcoin over 10 years ago, when the flagship cryptocurrency was worth less than a penny, has lost it all, according to a report. Per the report by My Broadband, the man pseudonymously named Mark Michaels acquired the 20 Bitcoin when he was in 7th grade. Michaels, who is now 24 years old, reportedly used a personal computer fitted with an NVIDIA GeForce GTS 250 graphics card to mine the Bitcoin. And here's a quote. I don't remember exactly how long I mined for, but it was for a few weeks to a couple of months continuously. And then the piece continues. During the year when Michaels mined the Bitcoin, the price of the flagship cryptocurrency climbed to 8 cents from just 0.0008 cents per the report. At the time, can you imagine having the opportunity to like purchase Bitcoin at 0.0008 cents or even 8 cents? Holy freaking hell, man! As of time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at around $44,590, giving the 20 Bitcoin a current value of over $890,000. Not fun. The report further says that Michael stored the Bitcoin he mined on the flagship cryptocurrency's original software. And here's another quote. I believe I used the original Bitcoin wallet software, which required a wallet key and password to access, end quote. Michael says he backed up the wallet's private key and password on a text document on his computer, but he then deleted the document while cleaning up the device. Attempts to recover the Bitcoin when the asset hit $1,000 7 years after Michaels first mined it proved futile. And so I tell you what, I am sympathetic for these people because, look, it was magic internet money that, for most people's perspective, was nothing more than a weird little, like, insignificant science experiment, if anything. It just wasn't going to go anywhere. And I can understand why most people would think, like, if I were aware of Bitcoin back then, I'm not going to say, like, I would have been one of the ones to just figure out for sure on my own that it was going to be the next biggest thing. Maybe, but probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about the very earliest of days, almost nobody saw it that way. But look, there's been so many stories like this too. Like even Stefan Thomas, who was Ripple's previously the previous Ripple CTO. Like a similar story with him, although he lost even more. Like his Bitcoin, when the story was last in the news, and I can't remember what the price of Bitcoin was, but it represented, I think, a few $100 million worth of Bitcoin is what Stefan Thomas, former Ripple CTO, actually still has. Like he owns it; it's his. He just can't access it. And so, in his case, I can't remember all the details of the story, but he's got the wallet. He knows what the public address is. but the private key, not so much. And it's set up in such a way that if you input 10 incorrect attempts, then it's locked forever. And I think he's gone through 7 or 8 of those. So I think he's got just 2, I want to say 2 more attempts left. Last I heard this publicly discussed. And then if they're wrong, like that's it. It's sealed. It's locked forever. That's a scary prospect here. So that's tough. Like I do feel for these people because like you don't know, and then like you own it, it's yours. You just can't ever access it. That is tough. And, you know, stuff like this is going to happen with every cryptocurrency that's got staying power, including XRP. But damn. And so here's another quote. I remember collecting all the hard drives, memory sticks, CDs, and DVDs in the house and carefully going through each of them. This took around a week. I also tried running data recovery software on my main hard drive, but this was not of much use. By then, that drive had been formatted and reused multiple times. Michaels, who is now a qualified electronic engineer, currently owns a small amount of various crypto assets per the report. He says he also occasionally mines Ethereum. And here's the final quote. I do not actively invest money in crypto. It is mostly just for playing around on the markets and seeing how things scale. I also still mine Ethereum when my current rig is not in use, so it is mostly the little income from this that I distribute among various altcoins. And so it's just a shame. Like, he recognized that Bitcoin was going up. It got up to $1,000. That's when he paid attention, when he was mining it, when it was worth fractions of a penny, right? And seeing it go to 1,000, even then, like investing in crypto, even then, the first time it got up to that range, my gosh. So like this guy's had multiple missed opportunities. But that's why I tell you, like, and I've been saying this for a long time, I firmly believe that the crypto asset class is going to be the most explosive asset class on the entire planet for the next decade. And I've been saying that for a few years now, and it's been true with each passing day. I don't have to, just because I first said it a few years ago, I'm not gonna be like, for the next 7 years. No. It's still 10. It's still 10. And longer, frankly. It's just like all these people that, maybe have heard of crypto, looked into it, is like, not for me. My gosh, can you imagine not being in this at all, having zero exposure to this, like a decade passes? There's so much opportunity. Like there's so much, despite massive pullbacks which have occurred. And I do believe there will be more massive pullbacks. My gosh, the risk to not having exposure, that's too tremendous for me here. And so like, even if you've missed out over the last 12 years or so that crypto's existed, even if you've lost crypto like this individual, like there's still opportunity, yet he's actually not investing in crypto. So at that point, that's on you, my friend, because this can still be life-changing for those people that put in a sufficient amount in the correct coins and hope for the sufficient amount of time and don't emotionally respond and just like set it and forget it, basically. Like, it really can be. I firmly believe that anyway. Sad tale. I'll wrap up here, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.